What if you could talk to your computer without saying a single word? I mean, completely silently. Well, that's the promise behind a wild technology called alter ego. And today, we're going to break it all down. The vision here is just incredible. I mean, think about it. A second self. An AI you can literally talk to in your head, completely silent, completely private. That's the dream alter ego is selling. Okay, so the hype is huge. People are throwing around words like near telepathic. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But, and this is a big but, once you peel back the layers and get past those shiny demos, things get, well, a lot more complicated. So let's dive into this.
All right, so first up, the near telepathic promise. We'll start at the beginning. This whole thing kicked off back in 2018 as a really cool project at the MIT Media Lab. Then, flash forward to early 2025, it spins out and becomes a real company, Alter Ego Inc., with the original inventor, Arnav Kapoor, at the helm.
So you can see the project has this really solid academic history, right? The original paper, the patent, that's all the foundation. But here's the thing. Its life as an actual product is just getting started. And it's stepping into a world, into a market that looks nothing like it did back in 2018. And that's going to be a huge deal, as you'll see.
Okay, so how on earth does this thing work? Section 2, how silent speech works. And let's get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not mind reading.
It's actually a pretty clever four-step process. So first, you think about saying a word that's called subvocalization. As soon as you do that, your brain sends these tiny, tiny electrical signals to the muscles in your face and jaw, getting them ready to speak. The alter ego sensors pick up those signals. Then, some machine learning magic decodes those patterns back into words, and finally, you get an answer from the AI, sent right back to you through bone conduction audio, so only you can hear it. It's a closed loop. Think of it this way. It's not reading your private thoughts. It's reading the press release your brain sends to your muscles just before you speak. It only knows what you intend to say.
And this right here is the absolute key to understanding the tech and, frankly, its defense against privacy fears. It reads from your peripheral nervous system, the wiring that goes out to your muscles. It does not read from your central nervous system, your actual brain and your inner monologue. It's only activated when you make a conscious choice, a volitional action, to say something silently. It can't just passively listen in on your thoughts.
Okay, so the promise is huge and the tech is super clever. But now we got to get to the reality of turning this from a cool lab project into a real product you can buy. And this is where things get tough. The report we're drawing from calls it a three-front battle for Alter Ego Inc.
A huge, huge part of the buzz around alter ego comes down to this one number. 92%. That was the median word accuracy they claimed in their original 2018 paper. And, 92%, that sounds amazing. Almost perfect, right? Well, there's a catch. Or actually, a few pretty big catches. That number, it came from perfect lab conditions. It was only tested on a very limited, closed set of words. Think simple commands, not a real conversation. And here's the real kicker. It took more than 30 hours of trading for a single user. This is not what you get when you take it out of the box. It's a best case, everything is perfect scenario. So you start to see the practical problems piling up, right? First, that training bottleneck. Seriously, who has 30+ hours to train a gadget? No one. Then there's the vocabulary constraint. If it can only handle a few words, it's not a conversation device, it's a glorified remote control. And then there's the form factor. Are you going to wear visible electrodes on your face every day? Probably not. Oh, and the fact that the 2025 demo is still physically tethered with the wire, that tells you they've still got some major engineering problems to solve. So these internal issues are a big deal, a really big deal. But believe it or not, they're not even the biggest problem alter ego is facing. The biggest threat is that someone else may have already solved all of these problems.
So let's talk about the competition. Because while Alter Ego was working to turn its 2018 tech into a company, a team led by Stanford dropped a bombshell of a paper in 2024, and their system is called Mona Lisa. And this is where everything changes. Mona Lisa uses pretty much the same kind of sensors, but, and this is the game changer, it hooks them up to a modern large language model, an LLM. Think ChatGPT style tech. The results are just night and day. It completely gets rid of that insane 30-hour training time, and it can handle open, natural, conversational language. Just like that, it solves the two biggest problems that were holding alter ego back.
To put some numbers on it, Mona Lisa set a brand new state-of-the-art record. It got down to a 12.2% word error rate, and lower is better here. That's a huge leap forward. Alter Ego's original system from 2018, it was never even tested on this kind of open-ended benchmark. The world just moved on. It's like Alter Ego is trying to commercialize a 2018 architecture in a 2024 world. So, where does that leave Alter Ego? Is it game over? Well, not necessarily, but it means they have to get really smart really fast. Their path forward isn't about the grand vision anymore. It's about finding a viable business today. Okay, first, let's quickly hit on the privacy thing again because it's super important. The fear is mind reading, right? But the reality is the device input is actually pretty darn private. Like we said, it's volitional. It's not an always-on mic like an Alexa just waiting to hear a wake word. The real risk isn't at the device, it's on the back end, wherever your silent speech gets sent to be processed and stored. That's where the usual data breach and misuse risks come in, just like with any other voice assistant. This table makes it really clear. When it comes to someone in the same room accidentally hearing you, no risk, total privacy. But a data breach on the company's servers, yeah, that risk is still very high, just like it is for any cloud-connected service. So what should they do? The analysis suggests a very clear survival strategy. Step 1, pivot. Forget the mass market, at least for now. Focus on assistive technology. For people with speech disorders from conditions like ALS or MS, this technology, even with its flaws, could be absolutely life-changing. Then they need to modernize their tech stack, adopt the kind of AI that the Mona Lisa paper used. They have to stop talking about that 2018 number and publish new, real-world data. And finally, maybe the endgame is to get acquired. The brand and the core patents are valuable, especially to a big tech or medical company that has the resources to really crack those hardware challenges. So, in the end, it really comes down to this question. Is Alter Ego going to be this revolutionary tool for people who can't speak? Or is it going to end up as just a historical curiosity, a company that was outpaced by its own incredible vision? The choice they make now will define their entire legacy.